I couldn't remember which side you said. Makes you look like you have a bald spot. So was this right? But you're wearing a hat anyway, so I don't guess it matters.
I can cover up my bald spot.
And I guess I'm kind of thinking, or I've kind of had that same thing because like for some reason, I guess overhead lights like this make me look way more bald in the front than I actually am. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just wear a hat. Like when I look in the mirror, I don't think it looks like that, but on camera it always looks that way.
The lighting is very bright right here too. So
Yeah.
it's not forgiving. I guess the actual lights are probably not really serving any purpose right now.
Yeah, probably not. I blame cameras because it's not my hairline. Let's see. We had a good topic for today.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about a question we get occasionally, which is, why am I not progressing? So, that can come from a few different angles. I guess you might hear from the perspective of, why are my one rep max is not going up? You might hear it from, if I'm trying to lose weight, why don't I see the scale going down every single day? Are there other ones that you?
Those are the two main ones. Like, why is my either my strength or my conditioning not improving, or why am I not aesthetically changing to a more appealing looking person?
Yeah, and so I guess we hear this one every now and then, and there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of different factors to consider. When I always hear, or anytime I hear that question for the first time, the first thing I always want to address is, what are your expectations? I kind of want to ask that question first because there are a lot of other things to talk about, but the first one I want to get out of the way is I kind of want to feel where people's expectations are coming from. Are you expecting, if your goal is weight loss, are you expecting to see the scale go down every day? First thing we need to do is get that out of the way. That's not going to happen. And then, if it comes to wanting to see your barbell weights going up, getting stronger, do you expect that to go up all the time, every single day? That's usually where I start and try to set the expectations that progress is not linear, right? We know that. And I think most people do know that, but it's easy to get lost in the moment.
They don't want to accept it.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost in the moment. Even though you may know this, you need reassurance sometimes. And some people truly, maybe they've never heard it before, but progress over time is not linear. There's not constant upward momentum, or if we're talking about weight loss, it's not constantly going to go down. So it's really useful to step back and look at the big picture. You need to be taking data points for a while to be able to see a trend over time, because you're going to see some ups, you're going to see some downs, you're going to see some ups, bigger ups and some bigger downs, but over time, what's the trend? So that's my long-winded first step.
Right. I like that, and that's I kind of just jump straight to the, well, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah.
Point perspective of it, but that's super important. Like, that has to be the first step to understand. Maybe somebody's like, I've been here 3 months, why can't I see my abs and deadlift 800 pounds yet? And so that is something like you have your expectations out of the realm of reality at that point. And so this is, I think you do a really good job of when people first come in. You do a great job of letting people know, like, hey, this is a process. It's not, you're not going to notice that dramatic of a change in 1, 2, 3 months. Like, this is something it's a process. You have to stick with it and stick with it over time to actually see those changes happen. And so, that's a super good point that you need to make sure people have the right goals in mind, basically, and are setting themselves up for success.
So now that we got that out of the way, what's the next step?
I'd say probably determining what exactly where they feel they're deficient in. Is it strength and performance, or is it aesthetics?